What's up? Dennis here, Analog Archives. Alright, today we're going to kind of dive into my collection a little bit, into some more slightly obscure Doom death stuff. And, you know, it's getting cold outside. I started listening to some more heavier shit. Just going through some of my CDs and stuff. And I'm like, oh, actually, one CD kind of brought this all on, and we'll get to that when we get there. But for now, just kind of like 90s stuff. A lot of stuff here is kind of slightly obscure. Not obscure like you can't get it. It's just nobody talks about it. What we're drinking today is a Deschutes. This is a mango IPA, and I think it's like 6% or something like that. 6.4%. It's got fresh mango in it. That's what it says. Fresh mango. I don't know how it's fresh if you put it in a can, but... Ugh. What we're spinning here is Bloodstone. If you guys don't know these guys, short-lived Swedish death metal band. I think this came out in the this is just the demos. I think there's two, or Hour of the Gate demo, and what else is on here? It's got some cool like demos and shit, or flyers, photo of the band, kind of what you would expect. These guys. But yeah, really good, crushing Swedish death metal. Has some grind elements in it as well, but I always love this shit. You can see too some black metal vocals there by the vocalist. I think this is 91 or 92. I didn't see a date, but I can guarantee it. Alright, anyways, back to what we were talking about. So, kind of just talking about some heavy fucking shit, right? So let's start out with this band. The Gathering, Always. This was a band from the Netherlands. You can kind of see them there. You know what to expect. Flannels, striped shirts. 8 guys in the band. One of the guys plays harpsichord. Just kidding, I don't know. Yeah, good fucking record, man. If you like, this is definitely in the vein of the old school UK Peaceville stuff. My Dying Bride, Paradise Lost, when they were the first 2 records. Some female vocals, keyboards on here, really heavy, crunchy guitar. Vocals are really growly. Good melodies, man. I love the melodies on this record. But really good if you like traditional doomy, like doomy stuff from the early 90s, like Paradise Lost and My Dying Bride. More in the Paradise Lost vein. The first album's really good too. I don't have anything after this, so I don't know what they ended up sounding like, but I'm sure they went off the rails to expand their horizons as a metal band, but maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, Gathering, fucking killer record, man. Check it out if you haven't heard it. It's from 93. Yeah. Alright, next up. Ugh, here's one. Sometimes just looking at these covers, man, I'm like, oh, you get that feeling, man. Thorns of the Carrion. This is a band from Ohio. And this was on, what record label was this on? I don't know. Maybe it was self-released. This was recently re-released anyways. I'm pretty sure this is a bootleg anyways, so. It looks really good though, so I have no idea, honestly. I just know that they bootlegged these at some point, because it was I think it's self-released, so it's really hard to find. But yeah, man, really good, crushing, almost funeral doom, really, really somber stuff. Especially coming from the U.S., Their first album is really good too, but that's more in the. It's still a Death Doom album, but this one's more slower, really somber keyboards, killer crushing death vocals, very atmospheric. Has some clean vocals too. I really like this record. If you guys haven't heard Thorns of the Carrion, check this out. The first one's really good too. But like I said, the first one is like the demo. So they did a demo in '91. Then they redid the demo for release. I don't know if they re-recorded it, but it's the same exact songs, same names and everything. So this is technically their first actual full-length release. So yeah, man, if you want to hear really good, crushing death doom, man, check this out from '94. 97. They're 97? Yeah. It came out in 97. Alright, up next. Here's a band I never see anyone talk about. Nightfall. Parade into Centuries. This is from, these guys are from Germany. 93, I think. Or not Germany, Greece. These guys are from Greece. I think this came out in 93. I don't see a date on it. Jumping out at me. On Holy Records. And if you guys don't know Holy Records, they were a label from France. Really good traditional doom death. Really killer fucking riffs, man. I really like this record. Monster riffs. Great songwriting on this record. Doesn't get enough attention. Parade into Centuries by Nightfall on Holy Records. The last song on this is just like a full-on death metal song, but the rest is all like really good fucking doom death. So definitely check out Nightfall. Their album after this, something Sunset, Red Sunset, something, I don't remember what it's called, something Sunset, is a good record too. But this one, man, this first one from, I think it's 93, fucking great fucking record. Alright, here's the one. This album's from 95, man. This is the one that got me kind of on this kick, because I was like, shit, I know that band has a full length that I haven't heard in a while. I really like the demo. This band Mind Rot. You guys haven't heard Dawning. Man, the fucking first intro song, Dawning, fucking just amazing, dude. Very emotional. Heavy fucking... These guys are from Southern California, 95. But it's cool because this band has like a... Some folds out. But this band had... they were more of a grind band. Grind crust band. And then they kind of transformed doomier and doomier as their demos came out. Because I have the first demo from 91 and this came out in 95. So it's a progression from 91 to 95. They just got doomier and doomier. I haven't heard the record. Oh, I have heard part of the record after this. It has more of like a new metal feel to it for some reason. But I think that came out in 98, so it kind of was just what was going on at the time, I think. But I don't think it's bad, but it might be. Don't judge me on it. I haven't really listened to it. But this album's cool. Cool thing about this band, the singer, Brian, I used to trade cassettes with this guy back in the early 90s. I saw Mind Rot back in their first demo days. And ended up talking to him. I mean, back then, you know, there wasn't a lot of guys into that stuff, so, like, you had like-minded individuals, and we were like, hey, man, what's up? You like this, this, and this? And it's like, oh, man, give me your address. And then we just started tape trading. So, just kind of on a side note, that first demo fucking rules, dude. But it's more in the crusty grind. But this has some, it's like doom crust. Almost has that axe grinder, hell bastard sound to it as well, besides the doom. So, yeah, man, just a killer, very good, emotional fucking death doom record. With some clean vocals here and there, too, as well. Alright. Here's a Stone Cold classic. Winner. This is Inner Darkness with the Eternal Frost EP on it as well. This was a digipack that came out on Nuclear Blast, I guess. I used to have the original cassette of this, but I traded it back in the day. Really, really good. The only way I can describe this, it's so fucking heavy, but it almost sounds, the way the drums and the riff sound, it almost sounds like a slowed down Napalm Death mixed with like Celtic Frost and Hellhammer. That's the best way I can describe it to my ears. That's what I hear. I was like, oh, that drum, but it's like slowed down, and it's like, it sounds like Napalm, like Scum Napalm, or Scum and Fido type Napalm type of drums and riffage, but way slowed down with like a heavy dose of Celtic Frost and Hellhammer. Vocals are just fucking crushing growls. Yeah, man, you guys all know Winter. You should know Winter. If you don't, definitely pick this up. One of the best doom death records ever. At a snail's pace, it goes. Actually, not really. It's a little bit up-tempo here and there. We'll get to some snail pace shit. Alright, up next. We're going cassette, man. Check this out. Paramecium. And this is Exhumed of the Earth by Paramecium. Man, this record, dude. Very good traditional doom death. Leaning heavier to death metal with the double bass and stuff like that. Really, really well done. What did I write here? Chunky riffage with some female vocals, which are really good mixed in. A very 90s death metal feel to it, which is from, I think, 92 when this came out. But yeah, man, really, really heavy, good traditional doom death. Leaning more towards 90s death metal. These guys are from Australia. And I think they were Christian, honestly. Yeah, because it's on Rex Records. And this is, of course, the OG cassette. I guess this was sold in Christian bookstores back in the days, from what I heard, but I got this at Camelot Records. I don't even know why I bought it. I guess just the cover. Probably the guys on the back. I'm like, oh, that's got to be something, right? If I can get this thing to focus. But really, really recommend this record. Really, really good. Great fucking memorable, heavy fucking riffs. Alright. What do we got next? Oh yeah, the only vinyl here. I only have one vinyl today. Sepulternal Death Rain. The Spooky Gloom. Man, really kind of ahead of its time, honestly. And this was on Foundation 2000 Records. Which is cool. I like how these guys all look like different guys to me. Like, this guy looks like Mick Harris. This guy looks like Eazy-E. This guy looks like Igor Cavalera. And you have Sepulternal Death Rain. This is kind of a cool record. It has like a really cool vibe to it, like kind of a raw sound. Not the greatest production, which kind of works for this record. But it has like the first song's really fast, like a death thrash song. And then the second song has some doomier parts. And then it gets really doomy. So it's like kind of all over the place. Cool insert in green. Yeah, Creepo-Rama's fast, and then Resurrection Cemetery gets, and then fucking the song on here, man, the Devastating Empire Towards Humanity. Oh man, that song's so fucking heavy, dude. Yeah, just really good fucking. It's like doom death thrash. That's a new genre. These guys invented it. Doom death thrash. By the guys who brought you a lot of classic records. And these guys are from... Shit, did I write it down? Holland. killer fucking record. If you haven't heard it, definitely check it out. Here's a weird one, man. Here's a really weird one. Again, on Holy Records, and these guys were actually from France, I believe. Misanthrope. You can tell by the cover you're in for some weird shit with the mannequin hand and the cross. There's the guys. This is like weird, doomy, psychedelic, weird shit, man. But it somehow works. The vocals, like some of the songs are, like the vocals are really weird sounding. Almost like screamed, or I don't know how to describe it. You just have to hear this. I'll try to put a link for all of these in the description. But yeah, man, definitely check this out if you're into like some weirder avant-garde doom death. It doesn't go way out there. It's not like violins and fucking tubas and shit like that. It definitely stays straight, but it just has some weird stuff going on. It has some kind of bizarre lyrics too, especially on Childhood Memories. Kind of some sick shit on there, and I think it's kind of a language barrier. But give this a shot. I really like this record. I think it's... a lot of people don't like it, which I get. It's definitely something that you have to have a ear for. But I like it. Killer record. It's not something I listen to all the time, but I like to bring it out every once in a while and jam it. I'm always surprised by how good it is as far as the originality of it. Alright. What's next? Oh, another cassette. Here's another one, man. I don't see this one ever mentioned, or this band, honestly. Momento Mory. And this was a band from Sweden. Let me pull out the... and look at that big dude in the middle. Yeah, it's Messiah from fucking Candlemass. He sings on this. He sings on, I think, all their records. Oh, this is cool. It's on Black Mark, which is cool because you can see all the records they release there. Which is cool to see. Oh, the Bathory, Flesh Crawl, Edge of Sanity, Seance. It's fucking sick. Cemeteries in here. A Necro Saint. Man, this is a really good fucking record if you like. And I think they kind of got labeled as Candlemass band, but they don't sound like Candlemass. I mean, obviously Messiah sounds like Messiah, so yeah, I can see the Candlemass influence. But this has more. It has Snowy Shaw drums too, so it definitely has more of a power metal feel to it. It's like a power doom. So we went death thrash doom and now power metal doom with Momento Mory, and you can definitely hear some King Diamond stuff here, inspiration as well. So yeah, really good record. Definitely check this out if you like Candlemass, King Diamond, and that kind of power metal stuff, but doomed down. Really fucking great record. Killer production as well. A record a lot of people don't know about. I don't know why. Yeah, just so you know, I forgot to say, I was gonna have some stuff that wasn't doom death. It was just doom, and that's one of the things that's kind of just doom. There's a few records in here that are mixed in. Alright, up next. Ah, man, Penance. Fucking great record, and this was on Rise Above, man. Lee Dorian's label. And we'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, The Road Less Traveled. This was their first record, came out in '89. I think this is one of the oldest thing on here. Oh, I forgot to mention the Memento Mori's from '93 from Sweden. There's the dudes. Can kind of see what you're getting here. And if you guys have ever heard the band Dream Death, which are fucking rad, this is basically the second Dream Death record. All the same guys from Dream Death in it. And this is just doomier instead of thrashier. I think Doom Death leaned more towards thrash. This leans more towards doom, but it definitely has some thrash elements in it as well. Really fucking great record. I love the vocals on this. Has a horror element to it as well. It just takes off where Journey into Mysterio, which was the Dream Death record, left off, and this continues on that path, but just doomier. Great songwriting. And these guys are from, I think, Pennsylvania. 89. Killer record. Alright, up next, we have another straight up doom metal record. One of the better ones from America. Solitude Eternus with, what is this? Into the Depths of Sorrow. And I think this was recently released, re-released on vinyl, if I'm not mistaken. This is the original on Road Racer. This is basically the American Candlemass. I know a lot of people love this record. I do too. I think it's a really good record. Oh look, you got some blue grape over here. Has the order form on the back. I could get Sepultura shirt for 24 bucks. Schizophrenia shirt. No, sorry, 14 bucks for a Schizophrenia shirt. I have that exact shirt. Well, mine's a tour shirt, but Obituary, Cause of Death, $12. Oh man, but it's blue grape, so it would have been like this wide, fucking this short, this fucking sleeves down to here. Dude, what am I wearing? This thing is so awkward looking. Classic blue grape, but yeah, man, this is a great record. I don't want to sell them short just saying they're a Candlemass ripoff, because they have very original compositions, but you can definitely, I mean, you can hear some exact Candlemass riffs in here. Vocals are great. Yeah, man, just a killer fucking doom metal record. If you want traditional doom from America, you go Solitude Eternus. Just a killer fucking record. Production's a little too clean sometimes for me, but I get it. Still a good record. Love it. Alright, up next. The OG, man. Thon. Yeah, this is Thon. I think this is on some weird label too. This is the original label, but it's a reissue from 90. Recorded in 92, came out in 94, but recorded in 92. The demo came out in 91, this came out in 92. From Finland, man. You know what you're gonna get? Basically the originators of Funeral Doom right here. Just clotting, crushing doom metal with like Demolic style burping vocals. That yeah, man, this is so good. This is something you just put on and smoke a bowl to, because it just, you put this on the big stereo back there with my fucking 15s, this thing's gonna punish down the whole downstairs, because it's fucking heavy as shit, man. But yeah, all you Ahab dudes and all of those guys that like that Funeral Doom, check this shit out if you haven't. Killer shit. Alright, up next, we have another cool band that I don't see anyone talk about. Visceral Evisceration, and these guys are from Austria. I know what you're thinking. Why is he pulling out a gore grind band? It's not. I don't know what they were going for here. But it is basically very gore influenced death doom. There's the guys, you can't really see them, but everything about this just screams out gore grind. So even the inside, incessant desire for palatable flesh. Palatable. Yeah. Even all the inserts with the dripping skulls and body parts. And I can even get into the names of the songs. They're pretty funny, actually. Gargling, menstrual. I can't read. You get the idea. They all have like gore grind names to them, which is weird. But this album fucking crushes, dude. Total doom death. Off kilter vocals here and there, growls. with some female vocals too, and just some keyboards and just killer fucking death metal, doom death, man. I love this record. I have it on cassette too. Very, very killer record. Kind of a mix between. I can hear, and I get it. They're from Austria, so I can definitely hear some pungent stench, disharmonic orchestra stuff in here too. I'm sure that was an influence on this band. This came out in '94, so I guarantee you those two bands were an influence on them. Could even Pungent Stench could be the influence on this whole concept, because they didn't know what to do. So just my guess. I have no idea, but this is just doom death. It has no grind at all in it. All right, up next, here's a cool one. Godsend, man. These guys were from Norway. And what you get here, you got another Holy Records release. Holy Records love to put out those doom death records. This has Dan Swano, the famous Dan Swano, on vocals and keyboards. There's the actual member besides Swano. And this is kind of has some really fucking heavy doom death songs on it, and then it has some like kind of stonery Sabbath, like cathedral type songs on it, where you can see like Swano trying to sing different, and then he does his death vocals too. Really good. I actually like the mix of that style on this. Kind of have to get used to it though, but I recommend this record. And I want to hear stuff after this. I think they have another release after this that I haven't heard. But I don't think Dan Swano's on that. But on this one, he's definitely on it. So check this out if you like, any of the Dan Swano projects, Edge of Sanity and stuff. It doesn't sound like Edge of Sanity, but it just has that Swano-esque style to it. Maybe a slight Moon Tower-ish edge to it, but the heavy songs are just pummeling, man. But I like the stoner ones too. So, all right, going down here. Oh, here's another killer one. Pyogenesis. These guys are from Germany, and this came out in '92. Really somber. This was on JL America. There's a little postcard that comes with it. You can get this comp for free, almost free. The Brutal Aggression comp, which I actually have. There's the insert of the guys. Really somber, crushing doom death with a little bit of psychedelic mixed in there. If you guys don't know Pyogenesis, they went on to like be like this weird avant-garde metal band. They got rid of the whole death metal thing, but I really like the EP after this, Waves of Erostasia or something like that, and the full-length Sweet X-Rated Nothings. It's super weird sounding, but I like that. It just has this weird fucking sound to it, but this one's just pummeling, crushing doom death. Really fucking killer, heavy shit, man. Production on this, vocals, ugh. Fucking amazing, man. Alright, last couple here. These guys were from the Netherlands as well. Eal Winds, man. Again, not something I've ever seen on YouTube. Eal Winds. Love this. This was a blind buy that I bought. Looks like I paid $3.95 for it, but I think this is kind of cheap. Nobody cares about this shit. Really good traditional doom death. What can I say about this? Kind of like a mix of Early Amorphous with My Dying Bride. If you like those two bands, Early Amorphous, even maybe a little bit of Tales of the Thousand Lakes in here with the keyboards and stuff, but it doesn't get goofy like on Tales where it's like it doesn't have that weird keyboard sound. It more goes with the music. Really, really good record. They have an EP too that I need to pick up, but yeah, if you like traditional 90s death doom, this one's for you. And last but not least, let's talk about the Mighty Dark Passages compilation, which is mostly traditional doom metal. So this is Lee Dorian's label, Rise Above Records. I really love this compilation. Has the Cathedral Morning of a New Day, probably my favorite Cathedral song. Really fucking heavy on this. It's the demo version. Lee's vocals are way more growly. The guitar is way more raw on this. St. Vitus is on here. Stillborn. And then Penance, who we talked about earlier. Count Raven. Cathedral again with Ebony Tears, Revelation, and Solitude Eternus, who we talked about earlier. So, just a really good doom metal comp. I highly suggest, if you can find this, you know it's doom metal because there's a sticker on the front that says doom metal. Doom metal, Rise Above Records. Yeah, killer fucking compilation. One of my favorite compilation records. I think this came out in 91. I don't see a date, but maybe not. Maybe 89. Honestly, I forgot the Penance was from 89. So. No, it came out in 91. Alright, yeah, 91. Killer shit. And that's all I got, man. Yeah, check these records out. It's that time of the season, man, to start listening to some crushing, heavy, cold fucking shit, right? But, yeah, check these out. Let me know what you think. And, I'll talk to you guys later.